Shalom, giving all praise to Yahweh, Shem Yahshua, Shem Rukakwadah, Shalom to the 144,000, the rest of you elect out there, Shalom to you all. And I'm going to entitle this video, this is addressed to Bishop Nathaniel of the IUIC. The title is, was our Lord, the time of darkness when our Lord was on the cross, was that a lunar or a solar eclipse? Because that's what you said. That darkness when he was on the cross with the two Israelites on either side, malefactors on the side. I think the term is, one said one thing, the other one said, he said, remember me when you go to your kingdom. And he said, today you will be with me in paradise. So that's all you got to do to be saved if you're an Israelite. And you're one of the elect. He was obviously one of the elect. But the other man that died as well, he went into paradise too, because he was an Israelite. If he was an Israelite, which he was. Makes sense, it was. Romans are not going to put Roman citizens or Roman Edomites were not crucified. Their heads got chopped off. That's why Paul's head got chopped off and Peter was crucified, because Paul was a Roman citizen. They couldn't, according to their law and customs, you can't crucify. That's a heinous crime. It's a slow, agonizing death. You know, you might be there for hours, an hour, a couple of hours, and you can't hold yourself up, and you choke to death in not so many words. But anyway, so the question stands. You made a statement. Oh, before I go into that, I'll show you when he said I'm gonna play it. These guys are now teaching that you got to keep a fast what is it? Okay, these are the days. April 25th, it's only 5 more days. They got to keep a fast. May 9th, they got to keep a fast. So these are the days they got to keep a fast. Second quarter fast dates from sundown to sundown. So, you know, the Day of Atonement is not good enough. You got to keep fast pretty much every month. I mean, that's not every month. Bi-monthly. Yeah, bi-monthly. It works out that way. 13, right? 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Okay, so that's every bi-monthly, which works out to 2 times out of a month. You got to go on a fast. Forget about what Leviticus 23 says about the Day of Atonement. With them, the Day of Atonement comes 24 times out of the year. Whether you like it, you're up to it or not. You got, and so, as a fast, the only fast that's required is that the Day of Atonement. If you keep fast, the Lord speaks about keeping the fast, but he doesn't say, oh, you got to keep it every 2 weeks or every week, every Sabbath. You got to keep it. That's something between you and the Most High, because it says when you keep the fast, you're not supposed to talk about it. So you don't tell nobody that you're keeping the fast. So how can somebody say, King Mashah did that? He said, we got to keep a fruit fast. And I didn't keep it because Yasha said, you're not keeping it fast. He said, you got to be on a fruit and vegetable fast. So I had a chicken quarter, thigh and a leg. I had some whole wheat bread. I had some plantains. I had some rice. And what else? I think that was it. But anyway, I broke the whole thing down and showed him I'm on a fast. When I broke the chicken down, I said, what is chicken? Basically, a chicken is vegetables. They eat seeds, corn, or whatever the case may be. Mostly corn. If there's grass, they'll eat grass. That's a vegetable, right? I said, wheat is a vegetable. I said, plantains is a fruit. Or is it a vegetable? It's a fruit or herb. And what was the other thing? The rice is a grain. So I looked at it and I said, wait a minute, I'm keeping the fast. And the guy looked at me, he had nothing to say, and he just put his head down. I said, look, I said, tell me that I'm not keeping the fast. You know? So I kept the fast. But King Marshall wasn't supposed to tell people, oh, you got to keep a fast on this day. You keep a fast when you want to keep the fast. That's something. Let's say Orion Lob is on the fast. You don't got to go to I'm on the fast. I'm just letting you know I'm going to call. No. You keep the fast and don't tell nobody. Because you're glorifying yourself in that fast. And that's exactly what these people are doing. But anyway, let me come on down here. Because he finally said it. Okay, right about here.
Then said Jesus, Father, forgive them, for they know not what they do. And they
Hey, just because Christ said it, that don't mean they forgiven. That don't mean they forgiven. Go ahead. People be saying, oh, they got forgiven. No.
Ultimately, they're going to be forgiven in the kingdom. So you just went against it, took from the word. Our Lord said, forgive them, they know not what they do. Ultimately, they're going to be forgiven.
Go ahead.
He's thinking, yeah, they're going to burn in hell, yeah.
They parted his raiment and cast lots, and the people stood beholding. And the rulers also with them derided him, saying, he saved others, let him save himself, if he be Christ, the chosen of God. And the soldiers also mocked him.
And the white man also mocked him. Go ahead.
Coming to him and offering him vinegar, and saying, if thou be the king of the Jews, save thyself. And a superscription also was written over him in letters of Greek, and Latin, and Hebrew.
Why Greek, Latin, and Hebrew? It wasn't for the Edomites. It was for Israelites that spoke Greek, Latin, and Hebrew. Remember, the Israelites of Alexandria, they obviously spoke Greek because Egypt at that time was taken over by the Greeks. They Hellenized that place. So they were speaking, the Israelites in Alexandria that came to the Passover and so forth, Deuteronomy 16:16, they spoke Greek. That's in other languages. Other Israelites that came from around, the apostles spoke different languages to speak to these Israelites that were living in other lands that forgot the Hebrew. But they knew that they were Israelites.
This is the king of the Jews. And one of the malefactors, which were hanged, railed on him, saying, if thou be Christ, save thyself and us.
Right. He only said it because he wanted himself to get saved off the cross. That's it. So he could go back and do evil. Go ahead.
But the other, answering, rebuked him.
He rebuked him, saying what?
Saying, dost not thou fear God?
So this man obviously knew who Christ was. Go ahead.
Seeing thou art
He was an Israelite. Because he don't give you a history of this guy, but he knew that he heard of Yahweh Shai. He said, this Mosai is dealing with this man. He's got to be the Messiah.
the same condemnation, and we.
And by the way, the other malefactor, when he died, he went into paradise as well because he's an Israelite.
Indeed justly, for we receive the due reward of our deeds, but this man hath done nothing amiss.
How do you know that? He obviously had been a follower of Christ for quite some time. But he, like some of you in here, will fall out this truth. Go ahead.
And he said unto Jesus, Lord, remember me when thou comest into thy kingdom.
Damn, you see that? Go ahead.
And Jesus said unto him, verily I say unto thee, today shalt thou be with me in paradise.
In paradise.
So that shows you as soon as you die, you go in the spiritual realm. Anybody that dies, I don't give a damn if it's Esau, Jake, 2/3, any of them. Your grandmother, your auntie, that's a terrible sinner. They're all in the spiritual realm and they doing good, including Esau. Esau's doing good too. He gonna get his ass whipped when he come back on the earth. So he wants to stay up in the heavens.
And it was about the 6th hour, and there was a darkness over all the earth,
an eclipse,
until the 9th hour, and the sun was darkened, and the veil of the
eclipse,
and it was about the 6th. Shalt thou be with me in paradise?
In paradise. Go ahead.
And it was about the 6th hour, and there was a darkness over all the earth,
an eclipse.
Where does it say it? I'm sorry.
Until the 9th hour.
Okay, he says it.
Hour, and the sun was.
There it is, right? Eclipse. Eclipse. This is the subtitles. Closed caption. He said, this is him speaking. You go to the manuscript, it's going to say the same thing. Is a manuscript up right now? Sometimes it doesn't always come up, or does it? Let's go show manuscript. So if this is not a receipt, something wrong with you. If you can't see that this is a receipt. Okay, here we go. I'm looking for the word eclipse. Sorry. F. Okay, eclipse. ECLI. So that's eclipse. This is 1647, 3 hours, and he said that was an eclipse. That's me talking. Whether it was a lunar eclipse or a solar eclipse. Let me come up here. Lunar eclipse, solar eclipse. It was a lunar eclipse. Sabbath and then going. Actually, when he says it, an eclipse was an eclipse. I don't even think he knows the difference. So you see how many times eclipse is up there, right? Okay, this is 132. Okay, this is 132. I'm sorry. You're 1 hour and 32 minutes in. How does this work? Let me see here. But anyway, it's right here. Right here in the transcript. Let me close it. And right here, a 6 hour, and there was a darkness over all the earth, over that part of earth. And he says, an eclipse until the ninth hour. He interrupts Uri, and he says, eclipse. So my question is that a solar eclipse or lunar eclipse? Because if it's a lunar eclipse, then you clearly going off with the new moon is the full moon. So you have to change it. And he ain't going to change it. You know why? Because he hates us. We're telling him the truth. Am I therefore become your enemies because I give you the truth? Am I therefore become your enemy because I give you the truth? I just gave you the truth. You told the truth out of your own mouth. Now he'll probably play the game. Oh, it was a solar. You better not say it's a solar eclipse, because I'm gonna really get your ass. I'm gonna really get you. I'm gonna go into the sciences of the solar eclipses and the lunar eclipses, and it was a lunar eclipse, for sure. Even these scientists said, when you ask the question, when the Lord was on the cross, was there an eclipse or a lunar eclipse? They say, yes, there was. So when it was darkness for 3 hours, it was talking about a lunar eclipse. Or lunar eclipses only occur when the moon is full. You guys teach that the new moon is the full moon. Show you that Yahweh B'Ashem Yahweh Shai is not dealing with this guy. Anyway, with that, Shalom. On to the next.